guys, Andy here, and I'm here to bring you all things Monday to makeup related. If that's your vibe, I'd love it if you would subscribe to be part of my little slice of the internet. And in today's video, we have a birthday throwback Thursday featuring the Natasha Denona Bloom palette. So if you want to see how we created this look using this palette, then let's go ahead and get on into it. All right, hello guys. You've already seen the intro and the look, but we are using the Natasha Denona Bloom palette, but my version. So this is what my version of Bloom looks like. Also, don't mind the lip oil. It's a little jarring. It's a purpley black one, but I also think it kind of goes with the palette. So we are going to actually randomize this one this time. I'm in the mood for a palette bingo. So let me pull up Tiny Decisions. We have 15 shades. What I've been doing is recently I've been doing 4 mattes and 3 shimmers. Hate that it's an odd number, but I've been really liking that combo, so I'd like to try to get that. Like, keep going with numbers, like not necessarily pull the first 7, but pull 4 mattes and 3 shimmers and see what our color combo is. So our first number is number 13, so 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, and that is Robin, this shade right here. So we have a beautiful mid-toned matte pink, so that's perfect. Then we got, but we'll see what I'm feeling with the numbers we pull. We got shade number 8, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's the shade Brick. That's that center shade right there, which looks like this. Ooh. Already I'm in love with our color story. Okay, let's see. We got shade number 5, which is Fleur, which is this like darker red pink. It's honestly very similar. It's got more of brown when I'm seeing it next to that other pink. But okay. Okay. Robin. I couldn't think of the shade name. Oh, we got shade number 1, which is Fluorescence, right? Yeah, Fluorescence. So that'll be our lid setting shade. Nothing too crazy interesting, but hey, it's a beautiful lid setting shade. You can kind of see it there on my hand. All right, so let's see what we get. So we got shade number 6. That's the shade Crisp, which is this shimmer right here. That is beautiful. Okay. Okay, I'm liking where this is going. We got shade number 9, 69. Ooh, this is gonna take it as a turn. That's the shade Rue, which is this vibrant dark purple. So there's our 4 mattes, and then I want to get one more shimmer. So let's see what kind of shimmer we get. We already had shade number 6. 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, we already had shade. I'm going to speed this up till I get a shimmer. It was literally the next roll. I got shade number 14, and number 14 is this shade right here, which is a red, and it is the shade Clover. So that purple is kind of the odd man out. I might throw that on the lower lash line. We'll see. We'll see what I'm feeling. But those are the shades that we're going to use. So move the tablet on over. I'm going to prime with my Julep Shadow Stick in Vanilla Matte. I'm already over this color, to be honest. It's not horrible, but I said this in another video, but this one compared to my other ones I've used just feels very dry. Like it kind of tugs on the eye a little bit when you use it, and I've never had that with one of my julep shadow sticks. So when you blend it out, hang on, let me get her blended out. They blend out really easily. They're a cream to powder, so you don't have to set them down. They set themselves. But you can see, like, it's not that it's a bad shade. Just Desert Matte is just my go-to now. It's just a better shade. So we're going to start with Fluorescence, which is that lid setting shade. And I'm just going to take that right below my brow bone, like I do. And I'm going to sweep it out here. And that's what I'm feeling. Can I bring you guys in closer? Yes, I can. Here we go. My new phone has zoom capabilities. So you're not really going to see this shade, but it's nice to have in the palette. I do really like this one, which is why I've kept it when I've rearranged all of my palettes, because I do think that it's a nice setting, starting shade. When you're seeing this, not when I'm filming this, today's my birthday. So please wish me a happy birthday. I am 31 today, like I said, as you're seeing this. I'm filming this a little early just in case I don't want to film on my birthday. But I chose to do a Throwback Thursday on my birthday. You know what? I'm going to go into the purple because it is lighter. And that's that shade Rue. Because I'm also thinking maybe we can cover it up, which might be cheating a little bit, but... yeah. As of right now, I don't have plans for my birthday, but that could change. My birthday is on a Thursday, so we could end up doing something over the weekend. This isn't a very pigmented purple. So like I'm saying, I might keep this here, but I'm probably going to cover it up with Robin. But I might throw this purple on the lower lash line. So I think that's all I'm going to do with the purple. So now I'm going to go into Robin. So I had birthday tradition growing up. So I never had birthday parties. Because for my birthday as a kid, it was always just me, my mom, my dad. I am an only child. So my parents never wanted to do birthday parties. They wanted my birthdays to be intimate. Like sometimes my uncles would come over. So like there'd be that, but like that's still family. So I feel like that doesn't really count. It felt cool for me when my uncles would show up because then it wasn't just me, my mom, and my dad. As a kid, I found it really annoying that I could never have friends over for my birthday. But as an adult now, I'm so happy that I have those memories of just me, my mom, and my dad, especially now that like my mom has passed away and I'm no contact with my father. So I think it's really special that I have those memories. I love this Robin shade. And I think it's going into that little bit of purple that we laid down really, really nicely. And then I'm going to take just a little bit of that Fleur. Just to deepen it up. Just a little bit more. Fleur and Robin are very similar. Like I said, Fleur just has a little bit more brown, and it's like half a step deeper. So I don't feel like I necessarily need both in the palette, but I'm happy to have both because they are both nice shades. But like using them both in the same look, probably not something I would do again. So I'm gonna take Rue. But so traditions when I was a kid, because like I said, just me and my parents, and it wasn't just for me, it's when this was my parents' birthdays as well, whosever birthday it was, you got to pick dinner, home cooked meal, and my parents would cook it. Didn't matter what it was. Like, it couldn't be something extravagant. It had to be something that my parents have cooked before. But, like, my mom has this special recipe that I don't know how to make, but it's chicken cacciatore. It was passed down from my grandma to my mom, and she didn't get to pass it down to me. My dad does know the recipe, but my dad didn't get to give it to me before we went no contact. So, you know, there's that. And then I'm just going to mix Floor and Robin. But like, let's say you wanted that, they would do it. It's whatever you wanted on your birthday. And then like, you got to pick your cake out. Whatever kind of cake and frosting that you could get from the grocery store, because again, they would bake the cake. My parents never bought the cake. I always joked that my dad should open a bakery because he was such a good cake baker. Well, not even baker, because like baking the cake is really easy. He was really good at decorating the cake. Like he would make it look like it came from the grocery store. So now, doing my other eye is always quicker because I know what I'm doing. So we're just going to do that really fast as well. Because I want to keep talking about birthday stuff. I feel like a lot of the times I picked crock pot meals because I loved my mom's crock pot meals. So like I picked chicken and dumplings a lot. Because I tried to pick foods that, like, we didn't have all the time, but foods that I still... There's a hair on this guy. But foods I still really enjoyed. So, like, I would pick... My mom would make homemade chicken George from scratch with homemade Jan sauce. I know I picked that a couple times. My mom would homemade catfish nuggets. I know I picked that a time or two. So just stuff like that. Stuff that we would only have, like, once or twice a year. I would usually pick that for my birthday to get, you know, an extra time in there. And then for birthday cakes, my go-to birthday cake is strawberry. If I'm going to pick a cake, like, from the store, strawberry cake with strawberry frosting. I love a good strawberry cake. But now, honestly, as an adult, I'm not big into cake for my birthday. Like, I'm more of a, I want, like, cheesecake is a good birthday go-to. If you've never gotten cheesecake for your birthday instead, highly recommend. It's honestly underrated. But cheesecake is a good one. Ice cream cake every once in a while. I haven't had ice cream cake in years, so I kind of want to do ice cream cake for my birthday this year. Because I love good ice cream. But yeah, I usually do either cheesecake or a cookie cake because honestly, underrated for your birthday. And for cheesecake, I love lots of cheesecakes, but key lime cheesecake, because key lime pie is my favorite pie, but key lime flavored cheesecake, God tier flavored cheesecake. But usually, like, if I'm going to do something like that, I just go to Walmart and get what Walmart has. And Walmart usually has, like, the mixed platter, like, sampler thing. And that's really good. So, it's never that serious. And like for a cookie cake, just give me a chocolate chip cookie and I shall be very, very happy, because then I can always, I know it has a little bit of frosting on it because it's a cookie cake, but then I can always pick up some vanilla ice cream and then you warm up the cookie cake and then you're cooking with gas there. I don't know what I'm going to do this year. I'll have to talk to Ian and see, because Ian's not big into cheesecake. So I'll have to see if he's in the mood to bake me a cake this year or if we should just buy a cookie cake. Because I think last year we did cupcakes that we bought. So then when it came to presents as a kid, because my birthday's in October, it is closer to Christmas. It's, you know, obviously still a couple months away, but it is closer to Christmas. So the way my parents would do it is I could either get 2 or 3 small gifts that are like around $50, or I could get 1 large gift. So it really just depended on what I asked for, how many gifts I got, but I usually only got 2 or 3 gifts for my birthday because my parents would go all out for Christmas. So for my birthdays were always kind of on the small side, which is fine. But I remember always for my birthday, like the coolest birthday gifts I got growing up was my first Walkman CD player. That was a birthday present. My first MP3 player was a birthday present. My Nintendo DS, that was a birthday present, and it was the pink one, and I got it with Nintendogs. I loved that thing. I loved that thing so much. I would get a DS again just to play Nintendogs. Underrated game. Underrated console. My mom would catch me up really late at night playing my DS, and she'd get so mad at me. Because, like, I had a GameCube and everything, and I had a laptop once I hit 16. Wouldn't catch me up late at night playing that. Catch me up in my bed like people would be reading, playing my DS. Playing Nintendogs. Playing with my doggos. Catch me with my dogs. That was so lame. But I think those were my best gifts. My favorite gifts. Not the best gifts, but my favorite gifts. The best gifts was the time and the things. I think my best birthday was my 18th birthday. At least that's my most sentimental birthday, because that was right after my mom had passed away. And my dad worked so hard to make my 18th birthday special, and it still makes me want to cry every time I think about it, because me and my dad had such a special time. And so every time I look back on it, like, my birthdays now just, like, they're nice, but they're not sentimental like how that birthday was sentimental. Because, like, my dad baked me a cake like he always did. He made sure to make me dinner, whatever I wanted. He got me a present. He sang me happy birthday, which made me cry. We watched The Doors, a documentary on The Doors, and we listened to music, and it was just really, really sweet. And it's like one of the best memories I have of me and my dad, especially like of me as a late teenager, early adult, because like 18 is barely an adult. But I had already been living on my own for 2 years, so that's why I say early an adult, because I was adulting at 18. I was adulting at 16, unfortunately. That's a whole story for another day of me living in my own apartment with my boyfriend at 16. It was in the apartment above my parents, but still. But yeah, Ian and I don't do much for my birthday. Ian's not a big birthday person. So we don't do much. Which is okay. We don't do much for his birthday either, so it's fair. Ah, throwing things. And we'll mix those. And then we get to move into the shimmers. Oh, it looks so spooky in the camera. All right, so for shimmers, first we're gonna do NYX glitter glue as per usual, because it made a little candy cane on my finger. That's adorable. Always gotta use NYX glitter glue. Makes the shimmers go on better. Makes them last longer. All the good things. So how am I gonna do this? I'm gonna do the red, this one, and that's gonna be my inner corner. So the red one, again, is that shade Clover. So that's this guy. That is a very pretty red. When you guys find a new song to listen to, do you listen to it on repeat until you hate it, or is that just me? Oh, that is gorgeous. I love a good red shimmer. So now I'm going to go into Brick, which has more of that purple. And then Crisp is our inner corner. That's stunning. I'm gonna finish this eye shimmers. I don't have a mascara currently, but I do have, I'm just going to do a nude liner in the waterline. And then I'm going to pick a lip, even though this lip oil looks great. Let my hair down and I'll come back and show you guys the final look in just a second. All right, final look is done. And this is what we're doing. I think it turned out really, really nicely. Like I said, the only little complaint, and it's very minor, is that Robin and Fleur are very similar, so I just wouldn't use them in the same eye look. But I am happy to have both. I think they perform very nicely, but otherwise, I think everything turned out really, really pretty. Let me back y'all back up a little bit. So, let me get the fuzzy, get the fuzzy off of here. But that is going to do it for my Throwback Thursday and me just talking about, you know, my birthday traditions and things that I did growing up. I'd love to know some of your birthday traditions. And yeah, I hope you guys are having a great day. Please do for me. But otherwise, that'll do it. And I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.